Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Let me turn that down. How's it going? Ooh, what's that, Fletch?
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Welcome to Fletch. I owe you a phone call. What's up?
Are we live now?
We are live.
Hi, we can talk later.
You are live.
Want to talk about some stuff we discussed before, and yeah, I'm currently in Las Vegas. My mom's birthday is today, her 85th birthday.
Oh.
So we are about to jump into a restaurant. But yeah, I just saw that you text as I parked. I saw your text that you're about to stream. So I want to jump on, say hi to everybody,
Okay.
and say, well, we could talk later. I'll text you again later.
All right. Happy birthday, Mama Chufong.
Hey, Sean.
It's coming in loud and clear.
It's coming in loud and clear today? What?
That's what Vegas agrees with me, man. Las Vegas agrees with me.
Vegas has those a lot of those Mint Mobile towers. That's why it's coming in so
Dude,
strong.
man, it's Verizon, baby. You know, you gotta pay for those upgrades.
Verizon, whoa.
Yeah,
First
right?
class now, huh?
Everybody's doing okay?
Yep.
Everybody's doing all right?
Yep. Sean?
Right.
Sean's doing okay?
Yeah, of course.
I also updated some of your pages there, so I know the page numbers, but we'll go through that later, too.
Oh, okay.
All right, brother?
All right, man.
All right, let me run. All right, I'll talk to you. I'll text you afterwards.
Okay.
When I'm free.
All right.
If you're up,
See you,
if not, we can talk tomorrow. See you, Sean. Have a good stream, guys.
Bye.
Always have to have a strong stream, guys. All right.
All right. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Bye.
Bye. Oh, welcome,
Always
Sean.
doing these sports-related drawings for free. Yes, you do.
This one's for free. This one I'm making a sticker. I'm gonna make a sticker. Give it away to some alumni. Trying to start a booster club. How's the
for Pratt?
For Pratt. What about the what's with the audio check, chat? How's the audio? Jamie Odell's first in chat today. Way High's here, getting ready for San Diego. Who's ready to party? Says Way Chai. What says Way High? All's going well, thank you. Just Some Dude is here. Just Some Dude, were you in Japan last month? James Close here. Happy birthday to Fletcher's mom. Audio and video are good. Awesome. Okay. Are you back home, Sean?
Yeah. Yeah, I was in. I took my. Oh yeah, I went away to my brother-in-law's house.
Oh.
For the 4th, and I'm back.
All right. You were also. I guess you don't want to talk about the other thing.
Oh, what's the other thing?
You took your one of your offspring to a camp. I saw.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's all the way in Maine.
Maine.
Wow. Yeah.
Fancy.
Yeah.
Is it a fancy camp?
I think it is. It's one of those no technology type things, or no devices. She's having fun.
How long is the camp?
It's a few weeks, about a month.
Oh wow, this is the first time the offspring's been out of your control.
Yeah. Yeah, I was kind of worried in the beginning, but it looks like she's having fun.
What? Camps are great, man. It's a great learning environment.
It's weird. I mean, you would go to another entire different country, but I can't imagine just being out of your comfort zone. But I suppose it's a very common thing.
Well, I remember going to camps, sleepaway camps. I don't know. I mean, part of it is because I guess growing up, my parents were divorced, So during the summer, I'd either go and hang out. Um, well, during the regular year, I'd be with my mom, and then during the summer, I'd go to my dad, or I'd go to like a summer camp. So like a sleepaway camp. Um, or like I've been to basketball camps, and some of those are sleepaways, but the basketball camps are only like a week, like 5 or 6 days. Um, but I've been to sleepaway camps. Went to one in Taiwan for like 6 or 8 weeks, I want to say. I don't remember, but it was long. It was extensive. It's like 6 or 8 weeks, and you're plopped in a college campus. You got classes and you got stuff to do. Uh, what else? The music camp. I went to music camp at Appalachian State in North Carolina. Um,
Wow.
Cannon Music Camp to play violin all summer. Um,
We should start a comic book camp.
Comic book camp, but it'd be all like old guys, you know. Do you think we'd get any young campers? Maybe
Well, I mean,
James Quo.
you would want a young. I can't babysit kids.
Well, they have fantasy camps now for adults. Bonds 94, good to see you in chat. Lurky Lurk is in chat. Yeah, they have like I just saw one for Jason Williams, who's like a famous ex NBA player. Yeah, you get like I mean camps. I used to run the Miami Heat, not run, but I would like assistant camp director, the Miami Heat basketball camp for kids. Those are like kids from like 6 to 8, all the way up to 16. Um, and we'd run. They would be like 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, but we'd run like multiple camps, so it'd be like 3 to 4 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks out of the month in the summer. And they make a lot of money. Although I didn't see any of that, but yeah, camps are big money generators. I mean, I would think a sleepaway camp for a month, that's costing a pretty penny these days. What else? This is like one of those meatballs camps. Is that one of those meatballs camps where they go and they're in like a nice forest area with a lake?
Yeah.
And you got like
it's massive acreage. Yeah, like mountain climbing and everything.
Wow.
Yeah, normally like we wouldn't think of doing this except it was just one of those things where they needed to publicize it. So.
Oh, so you got an influencer deal?
Yeah, not through me.
Oh, nice.
But, yeah.
Well, she's gonna come back a whole different person.
Great.
Well, I guess it was just this week, so like, does she know how to wash her own clothes, or does she know
not
how
really,
to?
but I think they take care of that. They'll show her how to do everything.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you get like these camps, and you gotta wash your own clothes. You gotta basically take care of your own hygiene, and you really see like some of these kids like just don't really know anything. Like they wear the same shirt the entire camp, and it's like by the end of the camp, it's like all crusty. It's like it started off like a soft white T-shirt, and it ends up as like all brown and like crusty. I mean, those are the kids. I mean, out of curiosity, I wonder like how some of those kids do later on in life. Do they learn the lesson? Are they geniuses? Is that like, Mark Zuckerberg was like one of those kids, or, but then also like, some of these friendships, I met people in summer camp I'm still friends with when I was like 14, 15. Because you bond with them, you spend so much time with them. Also made enemies. I mean, I think you gotta deal with conflict resolution at some point. There's an X-Men camp, says James Quo. Yes, there is an X-Men camp. Like, there's an X-Men mansion, right? That but you gotta go in cosplay.
Yeah, I was invited to that one once, and I didn't know much about it, so it kind of scared me. It just looked like a cult.
Yeah, is there like kind of like a sexual deviant component to it?
Yes, kind of like Eyes Wide Shut,
Like,
Hellfire Club.
who would you go? Who would you go as? Who did they invite you to go as, Sean? Like just Sean Chen or?
Yeah, as myself, and then it was me and I think Claremont.
Oh,
And we were
Claremont.
supposed to go. I didn't go because it was just too weird.
Oh, you could have spent how long is the X-Men camp? We talked about this on stream, didn't we?
Yeah, Patrick went.
I think I saw pictures of it. I remember. Um, will they pay you, or you just get to go and experience?
I don't know. I didn't look into it anymore. I got the initial offer, and then they wanted to talk more about it, and I just kind of ignored it.
Oh, because it's like as Sean Chen, are you like drawing all day, or are you playing the role? They have you behind a glass cage, and then you know every now and then they slide some food underneath the door, and you get to see how you
Yeah,
live.
I thought like maybe that they would want to talk to me and Chris Claremont about X-Men: The End,
Right.
but instead it's just going to be like they give us like outfits and we have to go in the danger room and then try to make it out alive.
Yeah.
And then, strangely enough, never mention the fact that I drew any comics.
Well, I guess has anybody in chat ever been to like one of those Comic-Con cruises? Speaking of San Diego, there's a
We should do a cruise.
There's a San Diego cruise, and then there's a San Diego, Spain now too. Where's Fletch?
San Diego, Spain.
Tell him to hook it up.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have a cruise. I think you have to, if you can get together like a certain number of people, like maybe you need to get like 100 people, then you can. That's enough to rent out and charter the boat.
I mean,
so how many? We would have like a good dozen. So we have some more to go before we get enough for a cruise.
You mean like to represent like the stream, or?
Yeah, it'll just be like the Sean Chen, Bernard Chang, and Jerry Ma, Courtney Experience cruise, and then we'll do classes and stuff.
What do we sail out of San Diego, Port of San Diego? Or if we do New York City, we could do New York Comic Con, and then we could do one of those cruises around the Hudson. Huh? Does that sound enticing?
Yeah. Or we'll do like aim big and do one of those New York to Taiwan cruises.
And then what would the activities be? I don't know.
Shuffleboard. They just be classes all day, right? And then seminars.
Who wants to go on a cruise to draw?
I don't know. Like I think there's a lot of there was an X-Men cruise. They always have the same like Todd. Is it Todd Knock?
Yeah.
There's one guy that Marvel always brings out because he's a big enough name and he draws in a very commercial style. And most importantly, it's almost like they know he's almost like media trained. So like he wouldn't say the F word, and like they can't take us on, like Marvel cannot take us anywhere because it's just like hitting on the daughters and stuff. So then he just knows how to behave himself. So they bring him out all the time, and that's so rare to be able to find someone that you can bring to an event and not piss off Disney or Marvel.
That you could bring on a comic book event, right?
Yeah, and like you won't get drunk, and you won't, you know,
I mean,
you
the
won't
whole.
make the company embarrassed anyway.
Have you been on a cruise, Sean?
I have not. No,
You've never been on a cruise?
no.
Wow. What about chat? I've been on like a ton of cruises. I haven't been on cruises since as an adult. Well, no, that's not true. In the last 20, 30 years, I haven't. 20 years, I haven't been on a cruise. Um, but I used to go to on cruises. Been on like maybe 3 or 4 cruises. I mean, all you do is you eat. Have you seen that Netflix documentary, Poop Cruise?
No.
That's a really interesting. Like a cruise ship gets stuck in the Gulf of Mexico, and it runs out of power, and this seems wrong. This seems. Anyways, I mean, all you do is you eat and drink and gamble on a cruise ship. I mean, there's dancing, there's pools, there's movie theaters. I remember watching that one, Irreconcilable Differences. Yeah. Have you seen that movie with Drew Barrymore?
Drew Barrymore.
Yeah, like that was playing in the theater, and I was like, I don't know, maybe like 10 or 12. I had like nothing to do all week. I watched that movie like maybe like 10 times on the cruise.
Oh wow.
Because I can't go into the casino, I can't drink. I mean, there's only so much you can eat during. There's only so much shrimp you can eat all day. Um, Lurky Lurk's been on a British Columbia ferry a couple times. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So, and all you do is basically drink and gamble. I guess there's activities, but I feel like this is.
Oh, did you get an invite for a Fantastic Four premiere?
No, I didn't get no invite.
Well,
Marvel doesn't invite me to anything. Did you get one? In New York or
yeah. Well,
in LA?
like once a month, I check my old email address.
Yeah.
And I checked it, and then there was a letter from Marvel.
Nice.
Inviting me to the premiere in LA at the Dorothy Chandler
Pavilion. Yeah.
Yeah, and it says like, and it just says like, oh, we're gonna. I mean, someone from Disney is gonna send another email with the official invite, but we just want to let you know, and we're sending you travel money.
Wow.
And I looked at the amount, and I was like, my head spun around.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm not going or anything, but in the old days when there was a premiere, basically since I live in New York, they email you and say like it's going to be at this theater in Times Square, and you just go in jeans, and then it's one person only. There's no plus one. And you go see the movie, and then you just hang out with your friends and coworkers afterwards. And that's what they've always been, but this one's different. So
Did you draw? Did you draw Fantastic Four?
Oh, that's the thing. I'm getting a lot of credit for stuff I never did. Like I did do a Fantastic Four. Like maybe like I don't know. Maybe the chat would know better because it's all a blur for me, and I don't remember stuff I did in the past. But I do recall doing some Fantastic Four, but nowhere near enough to for that red carpet shit. And and on top of, like I told you before about how I got the special thanks for the Lois and Superman and Lois TV show.
Yeah.
And I haven't even done any of that stuff before. So
they used like a scene from one of your books, right?
I don't know because I never saw the show.
Oh.
But in any case, I've only done like a small handful of Superman related stuff. But there was a special thanks, and I was seriously wondering whether they just can't tell certain Asian people apart. And then I'm almost afraid to even consider this Fantastic Four thing, because to walk the red carpet and everything, I think they just may be confusing me with someone else.
Yeah, but we've done this. I mean, I've been to. I went to the last one I went to was Shazam, and um, and every one is different, you know. But walking the red carpet really, I did this. I tell people about the one. Belfort Tricks rated
Party of 10.
with a party of 10. Thank you,
Welcome.
Belfort Tricks. I know on the chat thing on the screen, I think I'm going to be drawing Superman today since Superman's coming out. But we're talking about the Superman premiere. But then talking about Sean getting invited to the Fantastic Four premiere, which he turned down. When is the premiere, Sean?
On the 21st.
Oh, you should
So
go,
they
man.
said the dress code is blue tie and mod, which that's a deal breaker right there.
No, you should go. I mean, how much it was a decent travel allowance, or was it a not?
Yes, it was.
Oh,
It's in the thousands. Yeah.
wow, that's a
And also, I don't even think that I have to commit to going. It just comes to you anyways. So, and
Sean.
also, like, I don't know. I think I told you before. Like, I got this $3,000 worth of royalty check and I couldn't figure out what it was for because you can't really tell. And I think that was for the Deadpool Wolverine premiere, the travel expenses. That I had no idea that I was even invited. I had no idea where this money came from. So.
Well, you got to check your old account. They usually send you stuff. I mean, you get an invoice if it's a royalty check. I get.
Right, but it's all in code, right? So.
Yeah, but if you read it, it'll say like it'll tell you, what books and stuff you're getting the royalties for. So.
Yeah, I just don't care. I just cashed that thing. And I was like, yeah, I can use this money, and I suspect it might have been for a premiere that I had no idea that was travel expenses for that premiere that I didn't even know I was invited to.
I mean, usually like the Shazam premiere that I got invited to, they didn't give me any like money, like a travel allowance. I mean, part of it I think was because I was based in LA and they go on a rotation and they invite different LA based creators because it's, I mean, you can get an artist or a comic book writer there for relatively low budget. But the Marvel, I guess they're shelling out money. If they got a budget for you to go out. Poop Kid is here. Max Am, welcome to the stream. First time chat. Yes, I think you should go, man, Sean. You should go definitely. I mean, you can if you're looking to trying to figure out how much you can save. Why don't you stay with your with Carl? You can bring.
Well, I mean, that's not the issue, really. I think I just don't do well in those situations. It took a lot for me to go to Jerry's wedding.
The thing is, like, look, you walk in the red carpet, but really, it's not. You just walk down, and you might not even walk the red carpet because it depends. I mean, if they're gonna give you travel allowance, I think that there's usually a list. There's a guy or girl at the front of the red carpet, and you can get into the screening without walking the red carpet, but the red carpet is the big thing, and then if you're on the list. Or you have to tell them, who you are. Usually the celebrity will go with a publicist, right, or an agent, and the agent or publicist will like go up to the person with the list, like, yo, I got Sean Chen here, he's the artist on Fantastic Four, 100 through 150, and known for creating Johnny Storm, right, and then. So then the person that's in charge of the line will kind of make an announcement, with the headset. I got Sean Chen here. He's gonna come in after. Oh shit! What's his name? Who's playing Reed Richards?
Pedro Pascal.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He's coming in after Pascal. He's in the blue suit, right? And then basically just walk down, and there's like. A couple of, there'd be the whole row of photographers, and they're like, hey, over here, one turn, over here. But, they might not even, like, take that many pictures. And then you walk down, and then you're like, stop, and then you might get stopped, you might not, and then you keep going.
Wow, that That sounds terrible.
But that's if you walk the red carpet. Like Shazam, I didn't. I walked. I took Ace. He was my +1. Um, but you could walk the red carpet. We walked it towards the end, so there's hardly anybody there, you know. And then on one side is like fans, and then the other side is just you with a backdrop. But from the pictures of the, let's see who. I wonder who DC invited to the Superman premiere, which was yesterday, right? Yesterday or
Saw
the day
Jim Lee.
before? Jim Lee, but which comic
Tom
book?
King was there.
Tom King, right? But like, did they invite like who's a local like Dennis Cowan, Bill Sienkiewicz, you know, Dan Panosian? Who did they invite? Let's take a look. Let's look at the. Let me show. I was gonna show the. This is Superman art. All right,
So you're drawing Superman tonight, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, cool.
What should I do?
What's that Superman for?
This was for DC. It was a NFT Superman.
Wow, that's pretty cool with no black ink lines.
Well, it's there is ink lines. You can kind of see. I think some of it is just the camera, right? You can kind of see the ink lines. But I color held the ink lines. I'm gonna do a Google search. What should I do? Google search Superman premiere.
Let's see how they Betty
The
images,
hashtag.
photos.
A lot of people aren't even using hashtags anymore, so no, there's no Superman premiere. I'm gonna do a hashtag. How do I do this on the web? Hashtag Superman. Does it have to be exact? It's giving me these different Supermans. One with a Superman. Well, I guess we could go and look up. Who do you think? Oh, you said Tom King went to the Superman premiere? Let me find Tom King. Let's see if he used a hashtag. This one looks like it was. This was in Hollywood. The Shazam premiere was in Westwood. You were gonna say something? There's no hashtag. You didn't hashtag it.
So what happened to the P Diddy drawing? You just kind of.
I looked at it. I looked at it again, and it needs more work. I think it was a failure. So.
Well, you should post it anyway, because I think there's going to be a verdict soon.
Yeah, I think it was a failure. So I'm gonna try to maybe redo it again, or.
Oh wow, redo it. Geez.
I don't know. Okay, so let's see. Jim Lee has one. Jim Lee was there with Brad Meltzer, and these are all the stars of the. How do I? Let me see if I can pull this up. So you can see Jim Lee's, the boss.
Do you know what you might be drawing?
I think I'll draw Superman today, but I gotta cut out like around 11:30, so I gotta make it kind of quick. Who is that? Is that James Tynion?
I don't know. I don't know who these people are. His wife with the yellow dress is a good choice because she matches, the Superman stuff, the branding.
Him, his wife, and Lex Luthor. Oh, who's that? You're on a slight delay. Oh, there's Dan Jurgens. So Dan Jurgens went. Oh, is this That's my arch nemesis.
Oh, Kevin McGuire is there.
Is that Kevin McGuire? Yeah, Kevin McGuire. Yeah, Kevin McGuire with Superman and Dan Jurgens. And who's that? Tom King. And then who's that next to Tom King?
Oh, is that Frank Whiteley?
Is that Frank Quietly?
I can't want to see a quarter of his face.
Wonder. I don't think that's what's his name? Mack. Is that David Mack? That's not David Mack. He's not in a black
He's wearing
spandex with a baseball cap. Some more. Oh, and Marv Wolfman. Marv Wolfman with James Gunn. James Gunn. Who's this guy with the T-shirt? What's up with Jim? Jim doesn't tag anybody. Oh, this guy's. I know this guy. He's a movie producer. Who's this lady? Is she a Siegel? Oh, she's one of the Siegel or Schuster
Oh, the heirs.
granddaughter or something. Yeah, family member. All right, let's see. Let's see if he tags some people, and then. What's this? Oops, I gotta sign up. I mean, anyways, this one looks like it's on Hollywood Boulevard, right outside the Mann's Chinese Theater, which is the big one, the granddaddy. Joshua Williamson. Joshua Williamson, look at that. They didn't fly out Jorge for this. Jimenez. That would have been a nice. Or Dan Mora. So Brad Meltzer, James Gunn. Oh, there's Clark. You see this? Oh, hold on, let me go back to this. Show you who everybody is. All right, you see this picture with Brad Meltzer and James Gunn? And there's Clark in the background, who's a DC publicity. Who's this? Let's see. Tom King and I guess this guy is Mr. Terrific. Yeah. Who are these people? Beck, Bennett, Frank Quietly. Oh yeah, so that's Frank Quietly.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Kevin McGuire. Frank. Okay, let me go. Oops. Right here. So this is who's Beck Bennett? I guess he's one of the actors.
He's yeah, he used to be on Saturday Night Live.
Really?
He's one of the cast members.
And then that's Frank Quietly in the middle, and Kevin McGuire on the right.
Kevin McGuire.
Yeah, I guess you should invite Frank Quietly. So they flew him out from the UK. Is he in the UK?
Yeah, one of the best Superman stories ever was that All-Star Superman.
Yeah, well, I mean, basically most of the movies based off of his run, right? So here's James Gunn and Frank Quietly. Is Frank Quietly really short? Because I don't remember James Gunn being that tall.
Yeah, he's kind of short.
All right. And who's this? This is Tyanock, right? Or no? I don't think this is James Tynan. Okay, let's see who. Oh yeah, so this is John Odeman.
You ever considered drawing crypto.
I guess we could draw different characters. We don't have to draw Superman. John, who's John Domayan? Domayan.
Oh, an actor.
He's a drummer. Just the System of a Down drummer.
Oh, okay, that guy. He's big in the comics.
Yeah, so that's this guy on the far left, who I thought was the movie producer, but not. Who's this? Who's this? Yeah, Sean, you gotta go to a movie premiere because it's Oh, she's a writer, Fantastic Frankie. There's man, there's just the food. Not even for the movie screening. I would just say go for the after party, and hopefully there's a gift bag at the end of the after party. I mean, I would go for those two things alone. The red carpet is fun, but again, I've told the story where who's this? Tommy did the concept design for what was that movie with Denzel Washington?
Oh, okay, yeah, that's the one that post-apocalyptic
Yeah.
one where he has to return the Bible or something.
Yeah, what was that one? Not I Am Legend.
Book of Eli.
Book of Eli, right. So we went to the Book of Eli premiere. And then, see, it's not going to let me click on this because I have to sign in. And Tommy had a +1, so I was his +1. We went to the Book of Eli premiere, and it was at the Man's Chinese Theater. And so we got there kind of early, thinking we were going to walk the red carpet, but because we didn't really have an invite or anything, I mean, like a publicist, when we got there, we were just walking up, and they're like, yo, where's your ticket? And then they were going to escort us to a separate entrance. So then I had the brilliant idea. I saw, like, oh, man, those are the limos dropping off, or they have already dropped off some of the guests. So I went in, and I knocked on one of the limos, and I was like, yo, would you mind, since you have a pass to come into the drive into the front, here's like, $20. Can you drive around again and drive us in? We have tickets, but we just don't have the whole, experience, right? Or we don't have the publicist to get on the red carpet, but here's like, $20. Maybe like it was $40, 20 each. It's like, can you drive around the block and drop us off again since you have a pass to get into the limo line? So he was like, yeah, sure, no problem. So Tommy and I got into a limo. The guy drove around the block and then got into the line of the red carpet and then pulled up to the red carpet, and the doors open, right? And there's a cadre of photographers there, paparazzi. And as we're pulling up, we see like the car in front of us was one of the actors from the movie. So when it opened up, like all the cameras are like all these flashes, right? And then Tommy's like, oh, wow, okay, all right. And then so when we pulled up, I was like, Tommy, wait, I'll get out and open the door for you, right? So I got out on the street side, and then I ran around to the front of the curbside, and I opened the door for Tommy, right? And I could feel like the cameras behind me. And then once the door opened, Tommy got out, and I could hear like the anticipation of the photographers, and then like maybe like one or two clicks, and then that was it. We didn't get the whole barrage of like thing, because they're like, oh, who's this, right? And then but then we walked the red carpet, and Tommy like saw, well, he knew the directors, the who were the directors, their brothers, Rizzo brothers, or so
yeah,
Russo brothers. So the Russo brothers stopped Tommy, and they were hugging and walking. So I just kind of kept going, let him have his, I'm not gonna hang around while they're chit chatting. So be a third wheel. So he did his thing, and then that was our red carpet experience. But yeah, you really need like a publicist, because there's so many people that go through, producers, people from the studio that actors, friends of actors, whatever. They really need to kind of like announce you and things like that, and it's a whole kind of to-do list. You have to be on a list. It's like getting into a nightclub. Um, so yeah, like Shazam, we walked the red carpet, but it was at the end. When all the celebrities had kind of gone through. I was like, yo, let's walk the red carpet. You know, and then let's take some pictures, like as if we were there. Um, Poop Kid's here. John Doyleman. Who's John Doyleman? System of the Down drummer, right? Poop Kid. Did Poop Kid go to the Superman premiere? Poop Kid, Poop Man, did you go? Dung Dude? Anyways. And the after party, though, for Book of Eli was across the street at the Roosevelt Hotel, which is a famous, like, Hollywood era, old-time Hollywood era hotel. And they rented out the entire, like, ballroom. And that was a separate thing. Some people that got to the premiere didn't have a pass to go into that after party. And that after party, all the stars were there. Like we met Mila Kunis. I don't remember meeting Denzel that night. But there are like multiple rooms. There's like free food, free drinks, and then you got like a gift bag at the end. Basically, you just hung around and ate, and it was like, it was like all you can eat, all you can drink kind of experience with, like, oh, there's that person, oh, there's that person over there, Poop Kid did not go to the premiere. So yeah, I wonder who else went. I mean, I guess Jim would have taken some pictures. There wasn't that many artists there. It didn't look like. Let me see if I can click on this link. This hashtag. I did get invited to the employee screening. So, but I'm not in LA, so I can't go. But we're talking about Sean got invited to the Fantastic Four. Sean, man, I'm so jealous. You should go. Take Jerry with you, or take Courtney with you. I mean, take your wife.
I would just, that's not my scene.
These are like once in a, I wouldn't say once in a lifetime, but these are like great life experiences,
Yeah. I'm just really just a little bit baffled as to why. I mean, I didn't really. I don't understand. Like for Iron Man, like I think I'm associated with Iron Man. I don't think I'm associated that much with Wolverine, even though I did that for a couple years. But there's been so many people on.
Well, you drew Wolverine for like 2 years, right? And you drew Iron Man for like 3. So, I mean, I'm surprised they didn't invite you to the first Iron Man or the second. Did they invite you to any of those Robert Downey Jr. Iron Mans?
Well, this is like really before, like the first ones are before they were doing a lot of that stuff. But no, I didn't go. I think they started bringing on creators big time, like after like a few years into the big summer movie thing.
All right, let me see. Who else would have gone that you think would have gone to the premiere? Tom King didn't post it. Oh, just the one picture of him. But who else? Dan Panosian? Did Dan Panosian? Or maybe Dan Jurgens. But Dan Jurgens doesn't have a... Did Dan Mora go? No, Dan Mora didn't go. Did Dan he was at a different convention in Spain.
Yeah, a lot of the foreign artists have a much harder time.
Well, they flew in Frank Quietly, but I mean, the movie's pretty much
that's
based
a long
off
flight
of
too. Yeah. It's really funny with Frank Quietly. He pretty much most of his time drawing comics, it was just barely making it financially. Like a lot of struggle, and it only really got good in the last quarter of it. But he used to talk about like they would do a tremendous amount of work of drawing, and they would sell so few copies, and the way that they would celebrate, and I think maybe even the way they got paid. It's just to go out for a curry. It's just like, man. I mean, but
Sean, we
then
should
now
do.
he's really made it.
You should do a raffle. Take one of the streamers. So I mean, one of the chatters, one of the people in chat. Who's all for that?
Yeah.
Who's all for that?
It,
Take your Jimbo.
Unfortunately, it just means I'd have to go though. Yeah. I just don't get like I know like someone like James Quo. That guy can clean up, and I'm sure he's got some nice clothes. That is just not me. Like if I get invited to these things, I would just hide.
Your Jimbo should go as you. I mean,
it did say non-transferable, but I mean, they can't really tell these people apart.
Your Jimbo, go to like go get a fake ID. You know, like one of those McLovin Hawaii driver's license IDs, and then put your picture and put Sean Chen on there, and then boom. And then
take
then
a +1.
You have a +1. You have a +1. Yeah. I mean, +1 is big. Take Courtney.
Go for the free food.
And where is that in LA? Is it at the Mann's Chinese? It's either at the Mann's or because it's Marvel.
Dorothy Chandler.
Oh, Dorothy Chandler. That's downtown. You want to stay at my place? That's like 10 blocks from me. That's the big that's the Lincoln Center of LA. You know, it's like a big open plaza. You know, where they have like these fancy toity concerts, philharmonic symphonies, operas. Sean, is it too late to say I want to RSVP? What am I drawing today? I got less than 45 minutes to draw something. Time management. Should I draw it on digital or should I draw it on paper?
Are you gonna draw the movie accurate costume for Superman?
Should we do a courtroom Superman drawing? Try to do a likeness. Which character? We want to do a chat, like a poll?
I actually did like maybe 8 or 9 Superman related drawings just over the years.
Yeah, I don't draw a very good Superman. I will admit, I drew Superman for I think 8 issues, 6 or 8 issues. But of those 8 issues, it was mostly Mon-El.
When I drew it, it was that electric blue costume.
Oh, that was during the Jergens run, huh? Chat, have any suggestions on what I should draw for Superman? What Superman I should be drawing?
There's a lot of characters in this movie. I think probably too many.
I got 45 minutes to draw. We spent 45 minutes chatting, and I got 45 minutes to draw. So I gotta get out. I got a hard out. So I have to go into the city. Draw Super Sean at the premiere. Well, the Fantastic Four premiere, there's no stream next week. I think next week I don't think I'm going to be able to stream next week. But the week after is the Fantastic Four premiere. We should definitely draw Sean at the Fantastic Four premiere. Brainiac, Crypto are suggestions. Any other suggestions on what to draw today? Superman related? Bizarro? I was thinking Bizarro was like my favorite.
I drew that Hawk Girl because I thought that costume was really cool.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and then I was thinking of drawing the Hawk Tuah Girl, but I didn't even know what that would look like.
Hawk Tuah Girl?
Yeah.
I'm not very good at Superman for some reason. I think maybe it's the face or the hair. And like this one's like okay. This one's like okay. It's kind of a decent Superman, although I don't know. I mean, I'm willing to try to draw Superman on stream if nobody has a good Mr. Terrific, Brainiac, Crypto. Um,
You can take that drawing and just put the movie accurate face and costume.
oh, so you mean like redraw it, like on top?
Yeah, and it's less
Oh,
work.
that's good. That's a good idea. That's a good. And then that's kind of on the the courtroom sketching likeness thing.
Although the costume is very difficult.
I think Sean's got me on that. Yojimbo says 90s mullet Superman with a black resurrection suit. Hmm. I mean, I guess I could. It's just if I draw digital, there's no giveaway. But and then this is a flattened file, which sucks. So
Isn't there? There's a Bizarro in this movie.
is there Bizarro in the movie? You're giving away stuff here.
Oh.
This is a flattened.
And
shit.
Did you know there's another version of Bizarro called Zibaro or something like that?
Like the pizza place.
Sabaros? I don't know what's the difference between Bizarro and Zibaro Superman.
I don't know. Well, it looks like I don't have this on separate layers. This guy's flattened. So, I mean, I
Maybe
could
trace over?
I could, yeah. Well, the thing is, if I redo it, I'm gonna have to. I could just redraw the face, you know, and then add some other details to
Yeah,
it.
or the face and the symbol, and then you can get away with just that.
Yeah, yeah, okay. All right. Zabaro Superman. Okay, let me do the face. Let me pull up some reference for our our actor here. Who's the
David Cornsweet?
Corn something? Corn hell?
Cornsweet? Cornsweet. Sweet corn.
Corn sweat? Okay. David Corn sweat.
Cornset, I think.
Corn sweat. Superman. Let me do Superman.
Corn shit.
Let me do a Google image search. Okay. He does look very, he does look kind of like your quintessential Superman. No?
Well, I mean, Christopher Reeve. I think they've all been cast very well. I remember, what's his name? That was Superman and Lois, or Lois and Clark one.
Yeah.
He was part Japanese and kind of took a little flack for that, not being pure white or something.
Who, Dean Cain?
Yeah.
Dean Cain took flack for that, but he's like super right wing now.
Yeah.
I think this one.
David Cornsweet.
Fix this shoulder here. Okay.
Corn sweat.
Corn sweat. All right, let me.
And the hardest thing is all that crazy piping that goes all over. Like, I wouldn't mess with that because that just takes forever.
Let me do a quick. I'm gonna tone down the opacity of this guy, and then the base drawing, and then I don't really want it to influence too much of my drawing, but.
Do you think that maybe you can just warp his face into David Cornsweet's?
You think that would be the easiest? He does have like a very pronounced chin line, but I think a lot of times Superman artists tend to draw Superman with a really long jaw. Like Frank Quietly, his Superman is like a super long jaw, right?
Frank Quietly, the way he sees the world, everything is strange. Like he draws in a very. He's like one of those weird guys in school that sees the world in a strange way. So there's different There's definitely style there.
Like his Superman has like a huge jaw. Like this one, like boom. That's like interact.
And like a big barrel chest. And less definition. It's just like a blocky guy.
Yeah, like if you look at this, yeah, his chin is like huge. But it's stylish, you know. It's you as you're reading it, you grow accustomed to it. Not everything has to be drawn. Not everything has to be drawn super accurately realistic. Is the
Well, it was good for X-Men because X-Men are mutants, so a unique way of drawing that kind of outsider art is good for that. But Superman is like very all-American.
well,
He definitely
technically,
has
yeah,
a
all American, but
this
he's
is
an
a very
illegal
strange way of
immigrant.
drawing.
All American, but he's an
Yeah.
illegal immigrant. Um, I wonder if, as a counter protest, do you think any fan went to the premiere dressed as Ice trying to arrest Superman?
Yeah.
I mean, that would make a huge political kind of statement. I think the eyes are very similar. This guy's eyes. It's a little. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try it two ways. I'm gonna try to draw it first, and then I'm gonna try to just transform.
Warp.
Yeah,
Photoshop warp.
and then see which one is a better. Because you could probably. I'm thinking about. You could probably use Photoshop to warp it, or almost any drawing, and then get it pretty close. He has nice blue eyes, pearly blue eyes. Very mesmerizing. I'm looking at the reference and I'm mesmerized already. Um, yeah, Sean, you should definitely go. Bring someone from chat. Bring your Jimbo, Poop Kid. Who lives in L.A. or who? Well, you got enough money to fly somebody out too. I mean,
Yeah.
Crispy, get him a ticket from.
A lot of money.
Get him a ticket from Australia. You know.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but
Why don't you do a Cannonball Run? Sketch Fighters Cannonball Run. First chat member to make it to LA gets to go. Right? He has a very stoic nose. You know, actually, in some of these pictures, I thought he was Henry Cavill. I don't think he looks kind of like Henry Cavill. No,
yeah, I mean,
a little bit.
it's hard to say exactly what makes him look like that. I think it's hard when you get people who are kind of generic. There's nothing really to key off of.
Yeah. Not a lot of pictures of him with his mouth open with his teeth. Perfect lips. Let's have a nice set of Smackers. Not too wide, but here's the thing: is the cheekbones.
Yeah, cheekbones.
And he does have. Let's see, his eyes are very mesmerizing.
It was mesmerizing. I'm not sure if they messed with the audio or something to make him sound very Superman-like.
Yeah.
When he says, Miss Lane, Miss Lane, that, like, when you hear that, everyone, like, got a chill because it's like it's a Superman voice.
See, the Superman hair is something that gets me because
Yeah, It makes the S, right? That's supposed to be the S.
It makes the S, but then also just how the hair kind of like I'm looking, he's folding it, and then it's how is it? Uh,
Yeah, that's hard. Because it's wavy and it goes in different directions all over it.
Yeah.
Like how does that? It goes this way, but then it goes that way. But how does it connect in between? It's like a nightmare. And then some of the areas have a highlight. The highlight for Superman's hair is always blue.
he does have some sideburns, and then the S kind of takes over here. This is not coming out great, but yeah, the curvature. I don't really understand this hair. It's not. That's why a lot of times, like if I'm drawing hair and then it's just all ink, like black, just so I don't have to deal with the folds. Because it's not like I have any hair to look in the mirror to use as reference these days. Beards I'm okay with, but he does have a wide chin. His nose is fairly stoic. Let me move his lips up a little bit. Let me see if
you got like the, in those cartoons like Teen Titan or SpongeBob, whenever they draw like the really handsome guy, like handsome Squidward or something, they always give him like those
like a sparkle,
those defined lips and those crazy cheekbones.
He does have wide. It's kind of further up. Well, maybe I'll be able to land it with the suit. Usually with a comic book drawing, you're landing a lot of likenesses with the hair. I mean, that's how you get. Oh yeah, the hair. You got to get something that looks like the guy a little bit, and then people will be able to. Some people will be able to jump on board. But if
you've been doing a couple of likenesses. I mean, there's the P Diddy one, and then there's this. Likenesses are not fun, and they're very hard.
Because also there's caricatures and then there's likenesses, and then caricatures you're trying to find like one or two features that are kind of unique to the subject, and then you're going to blow those like a big nose or big ears or
yeah, one thing you should always pay attention to when you're doing a likeness is like this. There's the space between the nose and the mouth, and then there's how close or how far apart the eyes are. And then whether the forehead comes forward or slopes backwards. And that's a huge part of likenesses. Like sometimes you don't see it because those things aren't facial features. They're in between facial features, positioning rather than the actual features themselves.
All right. I'm starting to get a little too into the details here. His neck is not that big, so here's where we're gonna come into a little bit of a problem because the comic book versions of
Aren't quite the neck.
the comic book version of the necks are really like huge. They're like tree trunks. So this is where we're probably gonna come into some difficulties.
Yeah, we're all seeing this at an angle because the camera angle, so that's going to distort things. So even if you get it exactly right, it's going to look wrong to us.
How do I get the angle right? Because the table's at an angle.
Yeah.
This would then make me have to draw like all the way up here.
I would say don't worry about us. You can just show us at the end.
Because then, if I draw all the way up there, then it's going to be distorted for me. Still something I gotta figure out with this setup. But he's got a decent chin. It's kind of a decent width. Well, I'm actually excited to see this movie. I'm gonna try to see it this week. Get some tickets. There is so much anticipation on this film, though, I think.
It's weird. I mean, it has. Well, I don't want to say anything about it, but it looks like it has like, a lot of characters. Um, and sometimes with these stories, like you can either go deep or you can go wide. It's better to go deep than wide. Deep meaning that you have fewer things, but you explore them very in depth. And I think the movies that seem to work well or like that. And then there's ones that go wide. Like this is like the debut movie, but it's got so many characters. I'm just curious as to how they're gonna make all that work.
How long is the movie? Does anybody know in chat? How long is the movie? Is it is the standard 1.5 hours or is it like 2 hours? Like I'm so hyped about this movie, I would sit and watch it for like 2 hours.
Well, I hope you would. I mean, that's how long a movie lasts.
A movie's usually like an hour and a half. But I mean, I would sit and watch it for 2 hours. You know, there's like certain movies that are like 2 hours. I wouldn't want.
2 hours and 9 minutes.
2 hours and 9 minutes. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I'd watch that.
Yeah.
40 minutes of ads and previews, says Jojimbo. Is anyone else?
I guess it's a battle between this and Fantastic Four. So.
I mean, both movies can do well. We can live in a world where they're both. I mean, imagine living in a world where both DC and Marvel movies are good.
You know, that would usher in a whole new era where we're all right back on top again.
Yeah, I got some properties I need to sell. Come on, we got to get back into the comic book. I missed the first train, second train. I hope there's a third train. Got to make that retirement money. Alright, so
I guess drawing is crazy piping too. Like,
yeah, I'm adding some. No, I mean that's how you're going to be able to tell that it's him, right?
Yeah, it's just a little difficult.
His chest is a little bit smaller. The chest S.
Yeah.
I actually did do a Superman movie related project project that's going to be coming out in the for San Diego, I think, Comic-Con.
Oh, cool.
So who's going to Comic-Con? I mean, if you're going to the Fantastic Four premiere, you might as well stay for Comic-Con, Sean. It's just that the next week. You said it was the 20th something?
21st.
Yeah.
And, you know, I still don't know why they would invite me. I mean, I guess they don't see my Instagram because most of the time I'm just like frowning on the stuff they do and also very critical of Marvel.
Well, you did draw some Fantastic Four stuff. I remember.
I did. Yeah.
There was the whole thing with there was a TikTok or Instagram story thing that I saw, not story but reel, where they went through components that could be in the Fantastic Four movie, and the first third of it was drawn by you. When Reed Richards returns.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. There was an Instagram thing with Reed Richards, and it was your drawing.
Oh, so maybe that's why. I kept on thinking maybe they were trying to invite Frank Cho, but they can't tell Asians apart or something.
There was a Reed Richards thing with the hovercraft.
You mean the bathtub?
Yeah, the hovercraft thing, and then it was the birth of Benjamin was the son. I think they were trying to
Franklin?
make comparisons to things, or this guy was trying to figure out the story of the movie, and he composited 3 or 4 various Fantastic Four stories, and the very first one was your obviously it was very your drawing.
Oh, maybe I'll get a special thanks at the end of the movie. Yeah, baby.
I'm still waiting for my thanks. Did you get a thanks at the end of the Bloodshot movie?
I don't know. I didn't see that.
Um, all right, I'll see if I find it if it pops up again. Since I'm talking about it, maybe the phone will hear it and then it'll feed it back to me. Come on, algorithm, let's go. AI, um, shoot me that video again of the Sean Chen Fantastic Four. Um, I mean, make yourself useful, AI. First time chat, pickle me tink. Hate to interrupt with tech talk, but you guys use texture screen protector for sketching. I do have like a paper texture protector on the iPad, but it's so worn out, and it runs out fairly quickly for me. Usually the screen, this area is smooth. There is still some paper texture on the outside, but Franklin Richards, thank you, your Jimbo. So I think if we did that, oh, well, I can't. I'm gonna finish drawing this. What were we talking about, Sean?
My involvement with the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, so I think there is this. You do have some kind of component of.
All right. Yeah, the time when I was the most taken aback by a movie was the Elektra movie.
Yeah.
When I was watching it, I was like, "Oh, this seems familiar," and the entire first 10 minutes was from a story that I did, and so I designed those characters and everything, and then it was just on the screen. I didn't I had no warning or anything that it was going to be there. I was like, "Holy cow!" So they were just doing what I drew shot for shot for the opening scene of Elektra.
Yeah.
Which would be cool for bragging rights, but it was friggin' Elektra. You know, you don't want to be associated with that.
Well, didn't she show up in the latest Deadpool, Wolverine?
Yeah, yeah.
And then
That was kind of cool.
did they give you a thank you at the end?
Yeah.
Maybe this is their way of like thanking you for that.
Cool. I mean, the part that gets me is sending me travel money before I even decided I was going.
Well, did you get the money already? It already showed up in the bank? Ka-ching, ka-ching.
You know, they said they're sending it, but I kind of hate to tell them I don't plan on going. So.
Come on, you give it to your Jimbo. Your Jimbo go make one of those Hawaii driver's licenses. It says Sean McLovin Chen.
Yeah, but don't make me look bad though. You know, don't pull down your pants or anything.
Yeah. I mean, your Jimbo's gonna get blasted on the free alcohol at the party. Come on.
And the dream show is special stretch power.
He's gonna be like, he's gonna go up to CB Sabowski. He's gonna go up to well, who else is there? Robert Downey Jr. He's like, hey, Bob, Robert, how would your Jimbo address Robert Downey Jr.? Would he call him Bobby? Would he call him Robert? Would he call him Mr. Downey? Mr. Jr.? How would that work?
Mr. Jr. Mr. Downey.
Mr. Downey. And then who are the what about Pedro Pascal? Would you be like Mr. Pascal, Mr. Pascal? I mean, I would just go for the food. The food alone should be worth it.
We have food here in New York.
You know, I always think like, because I'm based in LA, hey, I'm a cheap invite. You don't have to pay any of the travel expenses. No hotel, no airfare. Just parking, maybe parking, or I just Uber. I just Uber it. Yojimbo would tell Pedro he loved his work on NYPD Blues. He was on NYPD Blue?
Who was?
Pedro. Pedro Pascal. Why don't you ask him you have to ask him a Marvel Disney related question. Sean, you should go, and then we should have on chat a question that we want Sean to ask each actor if he were to bump into them at the screening, and Sean would have to ask that question and then record the answer. Come on, do it for the stream. Do it. A young Pedro was in NYPD Blues with as Dio Morrissey. Okay, I got like 20 minutes left. Does this look like
Well, do you plan on coloring it?
Corn Sweat? Okay, let me tighten this drawing up here.
I think once you put the coloring in it, the likeness, it really helps the likeness a lot.
Yeah. Okay, let me lighten this up a little bit. Let me go in there with a. This is what I'll do usually. He has a very pronounced. What is this called? A forehead ridge, or what is this? This thing right here.
Yeah, when you get older, they call that the 11 line.
11 line? It creates this really dramatic shadow. A lot of Asian people.
Oh, you're painting it now.
This is a little too close. It is a wide nose ridge gap, so. Oh, I also got invited to what was that Nicolas Cage Christmas movie?
Oh, okay.
With Tia Leone.
That director, yeah.
Because of Brett Ratner, yeah.
Brett Ratner, yeah. I saw you at a Brett Ratner opening or like a party. I saw Salma Hayek, and people were taking pictures of you because you looked like you were in the movie. Like you were dressed like you were in the movie, like some sort of like red kind of Chinese type suit with like a lot of like detail texture on the red suit.
I've been to so many, I don't remember which one. I do remember. Really, I was in a party with Salma Hayek.
Yeah, because it was in New York, so I came to see you, and I saw.
Oh, what was it? I came to New York for it.
Yeah, it was for one of the was it one of the Hannibal Lecter movies?
Oh, Red Dragon.
Yeah, do you think did he do that?
Brett Ratner was it Red Dragon? Yeah, cause so I went to I came just for the after party.
Yeah.
I vaguely remember something like that. This is when you were at the Spruce Goose?
Yeah.
Ah, yes. I think so. That was, man. My memory is like not great these days.
That was pre-cancellation, Brett Ratner.
He was riding high for a while. Yeah. So the family was a Family Guy or Family Man? The Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, I think it was a Family Man. Yeah, where he he didn't he like wake up and he was poor.
Yeah, it was like he was like a like one of those Wall Street finance bros, and then he woke up with a family, trying to teach him the lessons of fatherhood or familyhood. Yeah, so that was at the Chinese Man Theater, and then the after party was at the Palladium, which was like a nightclub, concert hall venue. That was a lot of fun, and They had I remember they had a gift bag there too, but it was like the DVD of the movie or something. Or I don't know. I don't know about this eye. He's got like a round top, and then the bottom is round too. But since this is 3/4, I think this eye is too big. These eyes are too big. If I can, it might look actually. It might look.
Transformer.
Yeah, I can transform it.
Did you ever post that other Superman drawing?
Which other Superman drawing?
The NFT that you're building off of?
I did a while ago, but I think I'll post it again because I don't have. I have some Superman drawings, um, but I don't have the colored files here. It's just black and white. I have one that I drew where he's fighting Brain. I drew a couple issues where they fight Brainiac in space, and they're in the big Brainiac ship. Um, and there's like one drawing from that I really like all these years later, where he's flying through the hallway. But I've posted that a bunch of times already.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about posting it over and over again. No one remembers. So definitely post every day and just repeat stuff.
Hmm.
I think maybe a few weeks ago I had to, writing my own comic now. So I was trying to figure out some sort of third act climax. It was very difficult, one of the hardest parts. So I sat there with the notebook, and I'm just staring at the empty pages, and I just started doodling a little bit. And by the end of the day, I did a full page drawing of Hawk Girl with backgrounds,
Yeah.
and didn't get any writing done. But I drew this kick-ass Hawk Girl pinup, and then I posted it. But it's weird because it's on notebook paper.
Did you sell it?
No, but the thing is that's one of the problems. Like when you have something difficult you have to face, you can get distracted and just don't get anything done.
So when you're writing, do you write out the notes first, or do you
Yeah,
just start typing in the typewriter in the computer?
yeah. Like the way I've been working is kind of really strange. I don't have any word processor type stuff, or even so. I just start writing an email. And the cool thing about writing it in an email is that it saves it for you after every word you write, and then you can just leave or kick out the cord or turn it off, and then you don't have to save it. It just automatically saves everything.
Well, why don't you write a note? Do you use the
Yeah, I
notes?
suppose you could. Yeah, it's the same thing. Like,
I use the
but I
notes.
just write it in my email drafts.
These lips, no good, huh? See,
It's the
sometimes
hardest.
lips can be very feminine if you draw them out fully.
Yeah,
But he doesn't have that divot. This thing right here. He doesn't have this thing in the middle. A divot's on the top, but not on the bottom.
Piltron.
Oh.
Oh yeah, the widow's peak. Yeah,
Yeah. Let me see. Is there another picture of him?
and it's also not just the shape of the mouth itself. It can be the size, or it could be the distance from the nose to the mouth, or the distance from the mouth to the chin. So
Yeah.
all of those things are factors also.
And this is again another case of where the drawing itself is a downshot, but the reference I'm using is a regular standard, head on.
Yeah.
So there
You
is.
didn't spend any time. You didn't spend half a day looking for the exact photo reference.
Yeah, which would be helpful because then there are variances to. Again, he has like a long upper lip, kind of a longer upper lip, and you know, uh, finding the right reference really is beneficial.
It's looking pretty good so far.
This eye is. I don't like this eye. I think it's looking better at the distorted angle than in the regular angle. This is just which is scary. You know. His eyes are a little bit further wide apart.
We usually don't do likenesses in comics, so this is a big pain in the butt. This is like the second stream where you're doing likenesses, or the third.
It's likeness month. Instead of Inktober, likeness July. Did you think I was gonna come up with something that rhymed? Hmm. We might have to get out of here soon. 10 minutes left.
This is looking good. You should be sure to finish it and then post it.
Yojimbo posted on the Discord chat some cool drawings from the Diddy courtroom, where he's like, where the artist was.
James put about your likeness. That's what it should be. Your likeness.
What did James Cole say?
Your likeness. The month of July is for likeness.
Jew likeness. Well, the Weatherman.
Weatherman was another Nicolas Cage movie. It was pretty good.
It was Family Man with Tia Leone.
Yeah. And the guy's done so many movies. He's done every single genre. One of his best was making fun of himself. That where he played himself. What was that one? That was one of the most recent ones.
Yeah, that one was actually pretty good. Where he gets invited to like some multimillionaire's home.
Yeah.
Because he was a big fan of him, and then he thought it was just a meet and greet, but it ended up being like having some kind of real life espionage thing or something.
Was it the unbearable weight of
talent?
Being,
and what was the one where he plays a professor, but then people have dreams of him, and he becomes super popular, and then they have dreams of him killing them? Unbearable weight of massive talent, or something like that. Yeah. Huh?
Yeah. I mean, he can do some pretty bad movies, but he's also been in some very good ones.
And he has a case of yellow fever.
Yeah, I don't really understand his latest. I guess it's his wife. She seems like we know a guy who's dating someone like that. I remember what's his name? His wife is pretty and Asian and has never spoken before.
Really? We
you know the,
huh? No names. No names.
Well, I mean, no names yet, but he's John Paul's creative partner in Winterman.
Oh. Yeah.
But yeah, see, I don't think that I can't see what they have in common, Nicolas Cage and that Japanese girl.
Well, that and Post Malone too. Post Malone has a it seems like a case of the yellow fever.
I wonder if it's really just an appearance that they like, or a certain type of behavior in which like they tend not to give you the business, you know? Like, is that part of it, or is it just the appearance?
I gotta think it's the appearance, or a combination of. This hair is really weird. It's not really a quintessential.
Yeah, it's not the S. The S might be digitally put in later.
Looking at this. All right, I think it's time to get out of here. So it looks like this is almost like a comb over part. This here, this piece. It's like a comb over, or early comb over. Then
I wonder what the reason is to get rid of what's that previous actor?
Henry Cavill.
That they couldn't make this movie. They couldn't make this movie with Henry Cavill.
Well, I think he just wanted to start over, right? Without it, I mean, none of the actors made it from the previous DCU, right? Except for maybe John Patterson, but are they still shooting that film or? But that's also there's going to be a different Batman. So yeah, this hair I'm going to need better reference for because I'm looking
Well, it's
at
just hair. I mean, you could just blacken the whole thing in and then just pick out a few streaks of highlight.
yeah, like this
It wouldn't affect the.
this front poofiness is really poofy.
It's the pompadour.
I've failed 3 weeks in a row now.
Well, I mean, we don't really draw likenesses.
I've lost 3 weeks. This eye is no good. This eye is no good.
They almost kept Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot, you see, like, everyone, like, universally loved her, but now they're making fun of her in her acting. Like, people are imitating her. Max Lord.
So Max Lord is
Pedro
Pascal. But there's another Max Lord is James Gunn's brother, right? In the Superman movie. So Max Lord's been recast. I just hope it's watchable, you know. I just hope it's kind of fun. Should we watch Superman 1, the original Christopher Reeves movie, before watching this other show? Watching this new Superman movie? Or don't?
Yeah, that original Superman, like, mostly really fantastic stuff. There's some weird things that you can tell that they just don't know the source material too well.
Well, like throwing the shield. Oh, that's the second one, where he takes his chest thing and throws that.
And it becomes like cellophane.
But also, Superman 2 was really nice. I mean, I really liked but then there's some parts in there that obviously looks like it's a set or a sound studio.
Yeah.
You know, that street battle where with the bus and everything, and then the civilians. You know, like there's not, but like those are also kind of cool because the regular civilians got into it, and I don't. Anyways, all right, I got to get out of here. Thank you for watching, everyone. Superman movie comes out this week. Sean's going to the Sean got invited to the Fantastic Four premiere. He is auctioning off the tickets to anybody. Should we do Sean, you want to text me a letter between A and Z and the winner gets to go in your place?
There is a lot of stuff, a lot of writing in there about how it's absolutely not transferable.
That's if they know. You think there's a person with a picture of you there? Like, oh, that's not Sean Tran. Just show up and they'll be like, oh yeah, come on, you're Jimbo, give it to him. All right, I'm not too pleased with this. I'm gonna have to find a proper reference because.
But you will post it right when you're done.
If I have time, I'm in a deadline crunch right now, so I think I'll just post this drawing. You know. Who should we rate? Anybody have a suggestion on who to rate James Quo? Ooh, I'm gonna be late. Amarath. Any suggestions on who to raid? Let me look through this thing. Anybody drawing anything fun? Still a lot of bikini anime girls. That is the bulk of the bikini anime girls. We should do that one of these streams. Yojimbo, thank you for moderating. Sean, thanks for jumping on.
I have a book out in stands now. Conan the Barbarian, or Savage Sword of Conan #9.
Oh, this girl is doing portrait painting. Interesting. Maybe this one.
Oh, it's for your likeness.
All right. Thanks for watching. Happy holidays, everybody. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay safe.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. All right. You see, this is a pretty good digital thing here.